You're packing for a trip, and with your period scheduled to start, you're suddenly packing half your body weight in bulky pads. And that's before you even start stressing about finding a bathroom with a trash bin while you're out exploring. A menstrual cup completely sidesteps all of that. It's a tiny, reusable silicone cup that fits in the palm of your hand and lets you go about your day without worrying about leaks. This one little cup is going to last you 2 to 3 years. You just have to find the right fit. If you're a teenager, you'll want the small. If you're in your 20s or older, go for the medium. And if you've given birth, the large is your best bet. Selecting the correct tier ensures the cup matches your internal dimensions for a secure, reliable fit. So how do you actually use it? Right as your cycle begins, you'll need to drop the cup into boiling water for about 10 to 15 minutes to completely sterilize it. But before we get to insertion, let's talk about the biggest fear most beginners have: the anxiety that the cup is going to slide up, get lost inside your body, and never come out. To see why, look at this reproductive system map. The vaginal canal leads up to the cervix. The cup slides into the canal, sitting securely below the cervix. Notice that the cervical opening is extremely narrow. A wide menstrual cup physically cannot squeeze through. Your internal anatomy is essentially a dead-end street. The cup has nowhere else to go, meaning you can never actually lose it. When you're ready to put it in, head to the washroom. The absolute most important step here is to intentionally relax your pelvic muscles. If you're tense, your muscles tighten up, making the whole process much harder. Find a comfortable position. You can sit right on the toilet with one leg folded inward and the other stretched out, or try propping one foot up on the edge of the tub. If this is your first time, here is a helpful trick. Apply a little bit of water-based lubricant right around the rim of the cup. This helps the silicone slide into place without any friction. Now, looking at this diagram, you can see how we handle the width. You just pinch the rim and fold it completely in half. This creates a tight C shape, shrinking the wide top down to the size of a standard tampon. Holding that folded shape, slowly insert it into the canal. As it goes in, gently rotate it to help it find its natural placement. Compressing the rim this way reduces the cup's widest point until it is small enough to manage comfortably. Once it's fully inside, you can let go. You might actually feel a soft physical pop as the cup springs open. That opening action is what creates the vacuum seal. To make sure it opened correctly, let's look at this cross-section. You want to run a single finger all the way around the base and the rim. You're checking to make sure there are no folded edges or dents. If that rim feels perfectly smooth and round, it means the silicone is pushing outward, forming an airtight seal directly against the vaginal walls. Once that seal is set, you're on the clock. On heavy flow days, you can safely leave it in for about 3 to 4 hours. On lighter days, you can go a full 6 to 7 hours before needing a bathroom. That basic physics principle, a simple suction ring, is the invisible force holding everything in place, giving you the confidence to swim, sleep, or run without worrying about a single drop leaking out. When it's time to take it out, there is one strict rule. Never grab the bottom stem and just yank downward. This animation shows exactly why. If you pull the stem while there's an active vacuum seal, the suction will physically drag the vaginal walls inward along with the cup, which can be quite painful. Instead, wash your hands thoroughly. Then, reach in with 2 fingers, bypassing the stem entirely to locate the actual rounded base. Using your thumb and forefinger, pinch that base. As you squeeze inward, the top rim deforms, opening a clear gap between the silicone and the wall. That tiny pinch lets air rush in, completely breaking the airtight seal. With the suction neutralized, you can comfortably slide the cup right out. Removing it isn't a test of physical strength. You're just disengaging a small airlock. During your cycle, maintenance is quick. Empty the contents into the toilet, rinse it clean with tap water, and insert it right back in. When your period is completely finished, give it one final boil to sterilize it, let it dry, and store safely away until next month. Now, it is totally normal if your first 2 or 3 cycles involve a bit of a learning curve and some awkward maneuvering in the bathroom. That's just a temporary phase. Because if you spend a few cycles learning your anatomy and mastering basic vacuum physics, you get years of absolute luggage-free physical freedom in return.